Hey everybody, you know Kabam, sometimes they do bad things, sometimes they do good things. We spend a lot of time trying to hope that Kabam will help us out, especially when stuff goes wrong. In the past we've covered when support tickets have been put out to Kabam and we've seen bad answers or we've seen good answers. And this particular video is shouting out when things go bad, but also there's a good resolution from this, and you know, it's great to say good job Kabam with this. Our story begins with Alliance Wars, and in particular this alliance, so shout out to 30 Shades of Destruction and their leader, which, you know, this is Parasite. Parasite's story centers around Alliance Wars, and in particular a result, which if you just saw for a moment just there, that was a bit ridiculous. 30 Shades of Destruction's Alliance Wars results look like this, which you can see on screen right now. Let's make it a large image, which shows that both against this particular alliance, and by the way, this isn't pointing out any kind of issue with the opposing alliance, this is talking about this, which is how it ended. It ended in a loss for 30 Shades of Destruction. It says right there, defeat. How was it a defeat? Well, it's 52,590 points versus 52,590 points. There was each one battleground being battle group being cleared, 100% explored each way, 148 on attack bonus, 148 to the opposing team, 45 defender diversity, and 45 defender diversity as well. They're pretty evenly matched on everything. This is very strange. With no clear winner and with points equal, this should be a draw, should it not? I mean, arguably there could be a slight twist in the matter in that you could factor things down to, well, defender kills. Well, they got one more defender kill. Not saying that this should imbalance the way that this scoring is, because, you know, there's been times with our alliance be like, oh yes, we got more defender kills, and I've been like, yay, and then it's like I've been reminded, no, it's mainly on attack bonus and other variables, and it would be for, hey, you did good, kid, you got loads of kills, defender kills, or, you know, fight duration. Very weird, because you then kind of go at this instant, well, should it be a draw? Should it just, those extra stats go on to 30 Shades of Destruction? Now this particular situation is not great, okay? It is disappointing to see this, what looks to be a bug, and especially because it loses out on war rating, or it doesn't help the season progression of stuff. Because here's the thing, people want to make gains in seasons, and it can be, yes, detrimental to the progression of a particular alliance if what seems to be a potential win or even a draw is scuppered as a loss when it's unfairly in this case. And at this particular point, it's all about judging Kabam by their actions and how we deal with these situations. Yes, a lot of situations within Marvel Contest of Champions remain unaddressed, and that will be a lot of stuff. As we said recently, the battleground situation of that alliance losing out on their correct rewards was just ridiculous, and it wasn't resolved. So would Kabam resolve something like this? At times like this, you do have to put in support tickets because it's a very specific matter. But look, I do agree with people being skeptical about the performance of support and how they function is a really kind of like key point, because people send in tickets all the time for legitimate problems that never get addressed. So it is literally a lottery as to that being addressed within the game, and especially when the support system itself is slightly antiquated in the way it does kind of deal with certain stuff. It is literally pointing you in the direction of, okay, you search for something, copy, paste, you know, something to kind of like ask a few questions, rather than kind of at least looking at it from a point of view of, hey, well, someone took the effort to go to support ticket, can we at least kind of go into it and at least say like, well, this looks like a problem right in the bat, rather than the player having to redo a support ticket and wait longer to deal with a problem, or hope that it's taken further and quicker because it's right affected by the then and now, as opposed to, hey, we're just going to deal with this, you know, in the past, and I'll need some kind of like DeLorean Back to the Future type thing in order to kind of like deal with this, or hope Kabam deal with it in the hindsight, which that's what we had with that BG issue recently. Up until this point, the astute among you will notice that all kicked off prior to an Alliance Wars season. And again, the further astute of you will then kind of realize that, hang on a minute, they lost rating. That's right, in an off season, they lost 15 rating, which you're not meant to lose in off season. It's only when you come into that well, season start that any kind of war rating is won and lost. So it's like a double hit when it comes to this particular situation. Even worse if it obviously it was in the Alliance War season itself, but still, to lose that rating can be, again, detrimental to where you want to be and how you want to kick off the season. So how do Kabam resolve this? We've seen the bad, we've seen the really ugly side of things, but where's the good? And this is when the good comes around, and this is why we say, well done Kabam, good job. So first of all, Kabam Jax says, looks like this case did indeed get in front of the game team, though, that's through that support ticket. They are looking into it and seem to be making good progress. Communication on this issue will continue through the support avenue, so we're going to see that support avenue in a minute, and we'll close up this thread. Kabam Jax goes further into the particular conversation with the player affected, or the alliance affected, 30 Shades of Destruction, by saying, as I mentioned before closing the thread, the team is already investigating the issue. It was brought internally by the player experience support team, so that's the support ticket doing well. Like a support ticket, I believe they've already found the issue and remedied it. And by the way, this all kicked off before, or this was all rectified before the start of the season, which is the clearly most important thing. Any additional action to be taken is in their hands, and it looks like they have something planned. The support ticket is where the issue will be addressed, as it's a personal to the person who reported the issue. So there's a lot of things like in MCOC that are kind of like, yeah, like account specific, and that's not something that's kind of widespread. So Kabam, look, we go back to that Battlegrounds issue recently, but look, you know, they resolved something. And let's see what that support ticket said. It said, thank you for your response. I understand that you lost in the Alliance War, even though their score is completely the same, so lost to the opposing team. As I checked on your war history, I can see that there is a discrepancy in the war result. I have given back the rating that your alliance lost, which is plus 15 for the win. You should see this immediately. All of the players that were in that specific war from this alliance will be receiving the win rewards. Please know that they are getting the difference since they already got most of it from the loss. 250 5-star hero crystal shards, 250 4-star crystal shards, 1 Alliance War crystal, and 7,250 loyalty. These rewards will go directly into your inventory. If you have yet to see the reflected in game, restart your game as restart the app. We truly appreciate your understanding. If we can help further answer any questions, please let us know. Thank you for your continued support for the contest. There we go. There, I just wanted to share this little bit of good news thanks to the Parasite, and as well shout out to the 30 Shades of Destruction. It is good to see when Kabam resolves stuff, and especially with such a tight window of opportunity to rectify this before the start of Alliance War seasons, which, let's face it, seasons are very important. And as I said, Kabam don't always get everything sorted out for the player base. There are going to be things that they will miss. We have shown plenty of examples of that. But when they do things like this is great. So shout out to Kabam Jax, the game team that resolved this, and well done to the support team for getting this small W for sorting out this particular alliance. And I just wanted to share this because, you know, it's important to share when the developer is doing some good for the community. So yeah, that's been it. That's been the video. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out some other content located on screen right now, and I'll see you whenever I see you. Cheers, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.